Today is Friday, August 13. I'm Pastor Michael, and this is Wilderness Wanderings. Our text is from Deuteronomy 2. The Lord your God has blessed you in all the work of your hands. He has watched over your journey through this vast wilderness. These 40 years the Lord your God has been with you, and you have not lacked anything. Verse 7. Here is a portrait of the mercy and grace of God. On the internet, mercy is defined this way: compassion or forgiveness shown towards someone whom it is within one's power to punish or harm. That is exactly what this passage illustrates. Here is how. Recall, Israel is on the verge of entering the Promised Land. 40 years prior, they had been in the same position. However, at that time, Israel insulted God by not trusting him. After everything he had done for them in delivering them from Egypt, providing for their original journey through the wilderness, and defeating their enemies, they gave in to fear and said, God, you can't do this. We don't believe you can give us this land. Its occupants are too strong. We're going back to Egypt. One can imagine God saying, fine, go back. See how you manage. Many of us would have washed our hands of the matter and found somebody else. How ungrateful can one be? But our text tells us that God had a very different reaction. Yes, he did punish them for their unbelief. That whole generation died in the wilderness. They were unable to enter that land flowing with milk and honey. As Moses recounts the story of their most recent travels, he mentions they needed to go through the territory belonging to Esau's descendants. Esau was Jacob's twin brother, and Jacob was renamed Israel. God instructed them to pay for everything they ate and drank in Esau's territory. That's from verse 6. Now hold on for a moment. After a 40-year journey, they have money left over? They were slaves in Egypt. Yes, the Egyptians loaded them up with goods as they left, but that is all they had. After 40 years, they have money left over to pay for food and drink. End of a 40-year journey, and they are flushed with cash? How can that be? The people who had insulted God by not trusting him have been blessed by him so that they can pay their way they want for nothing. The Lord gave them food, clothing, and protection. The words from the hymn, How Firm a Foundation, seem appropriate in this setting. Fear not, I am with thee. O be not dismayed, for I am thy God, and will still give thee aid. I'll strengthen thee, help thee, and cause thee to stand, upheld by my righteous, omnipotent hand. But even that hymn does not do justice to this story. The people in our text just do not deserve anything, certainly not a financial windfall. Yet that is essentially what happens. The people didn't believe God could do it. So what did God do? He provided for their every need and then some. This is the God of the Bible, full of love and mercy and grace. He does not give us what we deserve. Instead, he showers us with grace. Remember what Jesus said? It is not the healthy who need a doctor, but the sick. I have not come to call the righteous, but sinners. God is calling. As you journey on, go with the blessing of God. May the peace of the Lord Christ go with you, wherever he may send you. May he guide you through the wilderness, protect you through the storm. May he bring you home rejoicing at the wonders he has shown you. May he bring you home rejoicing once again into our doors.